If you're over 60 and you get up at night to use the bathroom 2, 3, or even 4 times, this video is for you. I'll explain why people who wake up at night to pee usually have low levels of two hormones. The first one is melatonin, the sleep hormone. Most of you have heard of it. The second one is called vasopressin, or clears throat, ADH for short. Almost nobody talks about it, but it's the real main player in nighttime bathroom trips. Its job is to hold water inside your blood at night and keep your kidneys from making urine while you sleep. So, here's what I'll show you today. First, simple actions that bring both hormones back to normal. No pills, no prescriptions, just things you can do today. Second, I'll explain how a specific sleep position directly affects these two hormones. You'll know exactly which position works against you and keeps sending you to the bathroom, and which position helps you sleep deeply through the night without waking up to pee. Let's get into it. Friends, before we go further, I want you to understand something important. Waking up at night to pee is not just about being tired the next day. In December 2023, a major study came out. Scientists followed thousands of people for 31 years, and they found this. People who get up 3 or more times a night die from heart disease almost twice as often as those who sleep through. So this is not about comfort. This is about your heart and about how many years you have ahead of you. But the good news is, the answer is simple. No medications, no shots, just a few changes you can start tonight. Our YouTube channel focuses on helping older adults with this exact problem, waking up at night to use the bathroom. Thousands of comments under our videos are from people who feel better after following our advice. So if you've just found this channel, you're in the right place. Give this video 10 minutes. They're worth it. Here's what you'll get today. The main action, a sleep position. I'll tell you which one, and I'll debunk one popular myth that scares many people. What to do in the morning to set your melatonin up for the whole day. What to avoid during the day. There's one very common drink that works strongly against your protective hormone. What to eat for dinner and what to skip. A breathing exercise for 30 seconds before bed, what time to go to bed. Here's a surprising tip based on a fresh 2025 Japanese study, and what to do if you do wake up in the middle of the night. Let's begin. The first hormone is melatonin. Your body starts making it in the evening when the light fades. With age, your body makes less of it, and it shows up later. That's why you may lie in bed for an hour before sleep arrives. This is well established. There are many studies on how the small gland in your brain that makes melatonin slows down with age. And many of you, I'm sure, have already tried melatonin pills from the pharmacy. Falling asleep got a little easier, but you still got up 2 or 3 times a night to pee. That's because pills only cover this first hormone. The bathroom trips are controlled by the second hormone, the protective hormone vasopressin. And you can't lift that one with a pill from the pharmacy. You have to support it with behavior. So what does the protective hormone do? At night, in a healthy young body, it runs 2 to 3 times higher than during the day. It travels through your blood and tells your kidneys, hold the water, don't make urine, the person is asleep. That's why young people barely make urine at night and sleep all the way through. After 60, this hormone gets weak. Your kidneys keep working all night like it's daytime. 2 hours after you fall asleep, your bladder is full and you get up. This is in every modern textbook on how the kidneys change with age. And here's the key. The protective hormone depends on what you do and how you lie down. Alcohol suppresses it. Poor breathing at night suppresses it. Salty food works against it, but sleeping on your side, getting morning light, calm breathing before bed, these help it work. Today, I'll go through each action one at a time. Let's start with the most important one, the sleep position. Fall asleep on your left side, not on your back, not on your right. I'll explain why the right is worse than the left in a minute. On your left. And here's why the position matters so much for your protective hormone. When you lie on your back, even if you don't think of yourself as a snorer, your breathing gets a little worse. Your tongue falls back slightly. Your airway narrows. Each tiny struggle for breath sends a stress signal to your heart, and that stress suppresses the protective hormone on your side. Your tongue stays in place, your breathing is even, your heart is calm, and the protective hormone does its job all night. This was confirmed in a major 2025 scientific article in the journal Nature Reviews Urology. The link is in the description below. Fall asleep on your left side. Remember it, or better, write it down. And now I want to speak directly to those of you who are thinking, Doctor, I already sleep on my left side all my life, and I still wake up 2 or 3 times a night. What do I do? I have a precise answer for you. The position is the foundation, the most important, the strongest one, but it's only the foundation. If you sleep on your left side, but don't support your protective hormone with the other things, morning light, dinner, no evening wine, breathing, you'll still have half the problem. So if you already sleep on your left, you're on the right track. You've laid the foundation. Tonight, we're going to build the walls and the roof together. And for those of you who still fall asleep on your back or on your right side, tonight you'll lay that foundation for the first time, and you'll feel the difference the very first night. In a moment, I'll explain why the left side specifically works. But first, let's clear up one popular myth. The myth goes like this: sleeping on the left side is bad for your heart. It presses on it and can cause a heart attack. I get this question every week. Let me handle it directly. In healthy adults, there is not a single piece of evidence that sleeping on your left side causes heart attacks or strokes. The Journal of the American College of Cardiology, the most authoritative cardiology journal in the world, has published the data. Scientists followed thousands of people for years, noted which side they slept on, and tracked every cardiac event. They found no link, none. So where does the myth come from? Simple physics. On your left side, your heart is mechanically closer to your chest wall, about 2 centimeters closer. You can hear your heartbeat louder. That's acoustics. That's not damage. There is one honest exception: people who already have a diagnosis of congestive heart failure. That's a specific condition where the heart is enlarged. For those people, the cardiologist usually says to sleep on the right side. If that's your diagnosis, listen to your cardiologist. For everyone else, the left side is safe, confirmed by mainstream cardiology. And now, a bonus that almost no one expects. Sleeping on your left side reduces nighttime heartburn, that burning feeling in your chest or throat that can wake you up at night. The reason is anatomy. Your stomach is shaped like a hook, and your esophagus, the tube food goes through, enters the stomach from the right side. So when you lie on the right, the acid pulls right at the opening to the esophagus and creeps up. When you lie on the left, the opening sits on top, away from the acid. Gravity works for you. In 2022, a study came out in the journal Clinical Gastroenterology and Hepatology. Here's what the scientists did. They took people with bad nighttime heartburn, split them into 2 groups randomly. The first group wore a small belt at night that gently rolled them onto their left side. The second group wore an identical belt, but it didn't actually do anything. It was a fake, and nobody in the study knew which belt they got. That's how honest science is done. Results. In the group with the real belt, heartburn was cut in half or more in 44% of cases. In the fake group, only 24%. The left side really works. I know some of you are thinking right now, I'd love to sleep on my left side, but my left shoulder hurts or my left hip. I just can't settle on that side. After 60, this is a very common complaint. Years of sleeping in one position make muscles tight and joints stiff. The good news is, it's easy to fix. I'll show you 3 simple moves. Just 3 minutes before bed and your left side becomes comfortable. Do them with me. Exercise 1, doorway stretch. This move opens up the front of your shoulder, the very muscle that over the years pulls your shoulder forward and then hurts when you lie on your side. Walk up to a doorway. Stand right in the middle. Raise both arms and bend your elbows at a right angle like you're signaling hands up. Now press your forearms and palms against the door frame on both sides. Step 1 foot half a pace forward for balance. Now, very slowly, gently shift your weight forward as if you're leaning into the doorway. Your arms stay on the frame. You'll feel a pleasant stretch across your chest and the front of your shoulders. There should be no pain, only a soft pulling sensation. Hold for 30 seconds. Breathe slowly and deeply. Don't hold your breath. With each exhale, let yourself relax a little more, and you'll feel the stretch get easier. If standing is hard for you, you can do this move sitting in a chair, pressing your hands or forearms against a doorframe or wall. The effect is the same. Exercise 2, standing hip stretch. Now, your hip. There's a muscle running down the front of your hip called the hip flexor. From years of sitting, it gets short and tilts your pelvis. That's why your hip hurts when you lie on your side. Let's stretch it. Stand next to a chair or a wall so you have something to hold on to with one hand. This matters for balance. Now step your left foot forward into a small lunge. Not a deep one, just comfortable. Your right leg stays back. Slowly lower your right knee toward the floor. If your knee is sensitive, put a pillow or folded towel under it. And now the most important part. Push your right hip gently forward and arch back just a little like you're pushing the hip out in front of you. Keep your back straight. You'll feel a stretch across the front of your right thigh and into your groin. Hold for 30 seconds, breathing calmly. Then carefully come up. Switch legs and repeat on the other side. If lowering to your knee is difficult, there's an easier version. Just stand in a lunge with 1 foot forward without going down to your knee and gently press your weight forward. The stretch will be milder, but it still works. Exercise 3, hip circles. The last one, the simplest. It warms up and relaxes your lower back and pelvis, the area that gets the most tense over a long day. Stand straight, feet shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent. Place your hands on your hips. Now begin slowly rotating your hips in a circle like you're spinning an invisible hula hoop. Don't rush. The motion should be smooth and full. Make 10 circles in one direction to the left, then stop and do 10 circles in the other direction to the right. Breathe freely. This movement doesn't just loosen your lower back, it also calms your nervous system and gently prepares your body for sleep. That's it. 3 moves, 3 minutes, and your left side becomes comfortable. And one more thing about the position. I'm not asking you to sleep on your left side all night. Nobody does. We all turn 20 or 30 times in our sleep. That's normal. I'm asking you to fall asleep on your left side. That first hour and a half, the deepest sleep, the most important hours. Protect that hour. And your first bathroom trip moves from 2 a.m. to 4 or 5. 2 or 3 extra hours of good sleep. Now the plan for the rest of the day. Simple and short. In the morning, within the first hour of waking up, go outside for 10 to 15 minutes. Sit on your porch, walk to the mailbox, or sit by a sunny window. Why? Morning light sets your biological clock. That clock 12 to 14 hours later, that is by evening, releases your melatonin at the right time. Scientists compared older adults. Those who got at least an hour of bright light per day slept normally. Those who got only 30 minutes slept badly. Published in Frontiers in Neuroscience, morning light is a free investment in your evening sleep. Now, a serious conversation about alcohol. If you can, try to skip it in the second half of the day. This is not a ban. It's an honest look at the trade-off. Alcohol is the strongest blocker of your protective hormone that we know of. Not it gets in the way. It directly suppresses production in your brain. Scientists gave volunteers some alcohol and took their blood every hour. The protective hormone dropped within 30 minutes and stayed low for 2 to 4 hours. Your glass of wine at 6 o'clock in the evening, it shuts off your protective hormone until 10 o'clock. By the time you go to bed, there's no protection, and your kidneys work like it's daytime. You will wake up more than once. Wine does have its benefits. Antioxidants, blood vessel health, I'm not denying that. But for this specific issue, your nighttime bladder, wine works strictly against you, so weigh it. Is one glass worth getting up 3 times a night? If you really can't skip the wine, then don't drink it in the evening. Drink it with lunch or move it to early afternoon. By bedtime, the alcohol will be out and your protective hormone can do its job. In the evening, 2 hours before bed, dim the bright white lights in your home. Switch to warm yellow lamps. The atmosphere should feel like a fireplace, not like an operating room. Bright white light and light from screens shut down your melatonin. So, no overhead lights after 8 o'clock in the evening, and no phone in bed. Dinner small, no salt, no sugar. Chicken, fish, cooked vegetables, no deli meats, no pickles, no sauces. Salty food holds water in your body, and that water goes straight to your kidneys at night. And now, a breathing exercise. This is the last thing you do before sleep. It's called 4-7-8 breathing. Its effect has been confirmed by the Cleveland Clinic and the University of Michigan Medical School. Scientists hooked people up to heart rate and blood pressure monitors, and after just a few rounds of this breathing, the heart slowed, blood pressure dropped, and the body shifted into sleep mode on its own. Let's do it together. I'll explain every step. Sit comfortably on your bed or in a chair. Back straight, shoulders relaxed. Place the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth, right behind your upper front teeth. This is part of the technique. It helps the breathing flow smoothly. First, fully exhale all the air through your mouth with a whoosh sound like you're blowing out a candle. Empty your lungs completely. Now, step 1. Inhale. Close your mouth and breathe in quietly through your nose, counting to 4 in your head. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe into your belly, not your chest. The hand on your belly should rise. Step 2. Hold. Hold your breath and count to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't strain, just hold gently. Step 3. Exhale. Slowly exhale through your mouth with a whoosh sound, counting to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The exhale should be longer than the inhale. That's the most important part of this technique. That's 1 full round. Tonight, do 4 rounds. Over the next 2 weeks, work your way up to 8. Why does this work? The long, slow exhale activates your vagus nerve, the main relaxation nerve in your body. Stress drops. Melatonin flows more freely. Your protective hormone works calmly. Your body slips gently into sleep. And if at some point you feel a little lightheaded, that's normal the first time. Just return to your regular breathing. take a break and start again a little slower. Now, a surprising tip. Based on a fresh 2025 Japanese study, Japanese scientists took 24 people over the age of 65, all of them waking up 3 or 4 times a night. They gave each one a smartwatch that tracks sleep automatically. The watch calculated each person's best bedtime based on their body's natural rhythm. It turned out that most of these older adults were going to bed too early at 9 or 9:30. Their bodies weren't ready for sleep yet. They were just lying there, tossing and turning. The scientists asked each person to shift their bedtime 42 minutes later, from 9:30 to 10:15 on average. 1 month later, their nighttime bathroom trips had dropped by 23%. No pills, just going to bed a little later. If you're someone who lies down before 10 p.m. and then can't fall asleep, try pushing your bedtime back by 30 to 45 minutes. Use that time for the breathing I showed you. Watch yourself for 2 weeks. The study was published in the International Journal of Urology in April of 20,125. Sometimes you'll do everything right and still wake up one night. Here's what to do and what not to do. 1. Don't turn on bright lights. This is the most common mistake. A bright overhead lamp on your way to the bathroom destroys whatever melatonin you have left. After that, you won't fall back asleep till morning. Put a small nightlight with a warm reddish color in your hallway or bathroom, just enough to see your way. 2. Don't pick up your phone. Don't check the time. Don't read messages. A screen does the same damage as an overhead light, just closer to your eyes. 3. Don't start thinking. No bills, no plans, no worries. Your job at 3 o'clock in the morning is to be a sleepy animal. Walk to the bathroom, walk back, lie down on your left side, do 4 rounds of breathing. Most people fall back asleep within 10 minutes. If you can't fall asleep within 20 minutes, quietly get up, go to another room, sit in low light. When you feel sleepy again, come back to bed. Lying awake in bed teaches your brain that the bed is for being awake. We want the opposite. Let me close this video with one important thing. Remember, at the start, I mentioned that 2023 study, the one where scientists followed thousands of people for 31 years. I want to come back to it. People who got up 3 or more times a night died from heart disease almost twice as often as people who slept through. I'm telling you this not to scare you. I'm telling you so that you understand. This is not about being tired in the morning. This is about your heart and about how many years you have ahead of you. And the good news is that everything I just shared with you is not medication, not shots. It doesn't cost a penny. A little morning sun, a little less evening wine, 3 simple movements, 1 slow breath, and 1 side to fall asleep on. That's it. So here's what I'm asking you tonight. Try just one thing, the left side, and 4 rounds of breathing. Don't try to change 5 things at once. 1 action. See what happens. And come back here tomorrow morning and tell me in the comments how many times did you wake up compared to last night. I read every comment. I want to know how it worked for you. We're in this together. If this video was helpful, the subscribe button is right below this video. I post 1 new video every week, all of them built on the latest research for people over 60. No old stories, just what actually works. And all the studies I mentioned today about melatonin, about vasopressin, about the heart, about heartburn, about the Japanese bedtime study, all the links are in the description. I'm not asking you to take my word. Read them yourself. Bring them to your doctor. Sleep well tonight. See you next week.